Hello everyone, I'm DaveAce and welcome back to Sonic Rumble Player Spotlights. Today we have a very special guest, and that very special guest is Isaac Sun. For those who do not know who Isaac Sun is, he is one of the top rumblers of all time, if you will. When I did this interview, he was the global #1 on the leaderboard. Right now, I believe he is global #2 on the leaderboard. So let's go ahead and hop right into this interview. Just for clarification, this interview was done through text, so any and all answers given by Isaac Sun will pop up on screen in a blue caption. How long have you been a Sonic fan, and what's your history with Sonic? I've been a Sonic fan since I was 5 to 6. I know Sonic from watching the Sonic X series along with my sister. It was pretty fun overall. That's how I got into the Sonic games later on. Sonic X seems to be a very standard starting point for a lot of Sonic fans, especially some that I already know. And I personally grew up just playing Sonic Adventure and then learned about Sonic X after the fact of playing Adventure, but it is a very good starting point overall. It covers the Adventure games and has its own third season, has its own original story, so if you haven't watched Sonic X, I definitely would consider giving it a watch. How did you learn about Sonic Rumble? I've found out about Sonic Rumble from other Discord servers that's been talking about it. So this is very interesting. As I know for Goose and Yura, the two previous spotlights that I did on the channel, they said that they found out about it through either Twitter or YouTube. Definitely has much of a reach outside of those two platforms, so it is very interesting to hear someone coming from a Discord server rather than seeing it on either Twitter or YouTube. Who is your favorite character to play as? I love playing as Metal Sonic, but the game recently has so many alternate skins, so I also love playing as Halloween Sonic, Thanksgiving Sonic, Stealth Suit Sonic, Gold Sonic, Captain Shadow, Camper Knuckles, Popstar Amy, Gothic Amy, Riders Amy, and Winter Tails. I personally really love playing as Metal Sonic myself. I don't really find myself ever playing as any of the alternative skins, but I will say Popstar Amy and most of the Riders variants are some of my favorites as well. It's great to see that there is a variety, and I can't wait to see what other skins get into this game after the fact. Because there are just so much opportunities and possibilities that they can do with this game. What's your favorite stage? Favorite race stages? Green Hill Run 2, Starlight Carnival Run 2. Favorite survival stages? Seaside Hill Survival 1 and 2, Starlight Carnival Survival 1 and 2. Favorite team stages? Green Hill Team and Lava Mountain Team. Favorite hunt stage? None. Favorite ring battle stages? Starlight Carnival Ring Battle 1 and Desert Ruins Ring Battle. Those are some pretty good selections. I really do like the selections that you've gone with there, Isaac. All of these definitely capture the best of Sonic Rumble in my opinion, and obviously, you know, it makes sense not having a favorite hunt stage at the moment, considering that a lot of the issues with the hunt stages are due to desync within the game itself, so I definitely get it. Hopefully when global launch comes around, desync will be more attuned and won't happen as often, and maybe they can introduce a hunt stage that is drastically more different than the ones that are already in the game at the moment. How does it feel being #1 globally in Sonic Rumble? At first look, being top 1 feels really great to be there to flex it. After a while, you're currently realizing that it's all about who has the most upgraded bonuses and free time in your hands. So I'm just pretty much neutral about it. And I totally get that. Being #1 globally definitely becomes a lot more easier if you definitely have a lot more free time on your hands. Like if you're playing this game 24/7 and, you know, just grinding the leaderboard with your upgrades from your buddies, you will definitely come in first rather quickly. You just gotta really stick to it. So I'm interested to see when global launch comes out, how often or how much they're going to tweak what the requirements are for building yourself up in the leaderboard, especially when it comes to that ranked mode. So I'm very interested in seeing the changes that they'll make with global launch. Any tips or tricks you can give to people that want to take the game more competitively? The tip I would give is learning how to speedrun the levels. That's how fun the game can really be when you're getting better at doing them more quickly. And I can't agree more. There are so many times where I'll go through a stage and have like a really clean run, and I just feel so satisfied, especially when it comes to like Sky Sanctuary Run 1 or Seaside Hill Run 1. I've recently gone through those stages and it lasts either less than a minute or maybe even up to a minute and a few seconds, and it's just really thrilling to see how fast you can go in these stages. So if you take your time learning the shortcuts and different things that you can do to get more of an advantage of being in front of everybody, speedrunning these levels are definitely an art within itself when it comes to this type of game, especially since it doesn't really control or feel like a Sonic game at all. Just learning the levels and the layouts and figuring out how to get through them more quickly is a really good tip, I would say. And finally, if you could suggest one thing or provide feedback to the devs about something, what would that be? I really love if they could really increase the friends list to at least 100. That's all that this game needs. And I couldn't agree more. Being at a limit of 25 friends is a bit daunting. I do want to believe that this is just for testing purposes, and hopefully when global launch comes out on May 8th, they'll be extending it past 25. I would really love to see 100. I think 100 is a good limit, but I'm not sure how much more they would boost it up after global launch, depending on how much more testing is needed when it comes to expanding the friends list. But yeah, I would really appreciate it if they also expanded the friends list. And that's it for this interview with Isaac Sun. So I want to give a huge thank you to Isaac Sun for taking the time out of his day to answer these questions for me, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. So if you want to keep up with more Sonic Rumble content, or just Sonic content in general, I encourage you to subscribe and click the notification bell, as it does support me, and I really do appreciate the support, as it goes a long way. And be sure to comment down below if there are anybody else that you'd like to see in this Player Spotlight series. And again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.